combate comienza ya.
Dice Rafa Rodríguez que su nivel a la hora de pronosticar es igual que el nuestro cantando, o sea que flojo, ¿no?
Era uno de los grandes atletas de fuerza en España, Víctor Casado, el valenciano del Prat de Llobregat, que es un gran forofo del boxeo. Dice que gana Johnson el tercero.
Bueno, a ver. Bueno, aquí está Jermaine Franklin.
Bueno, pues el 989.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome the defending champion. Fighting tonight out of the red corner, he comes to the ring wearing black with white and weighed in officially at 249.1 pounds. Hailing from Chatham, Kent, England. He was a stellar amateur and now as a professional, undefeated with 12 wins. 10 of his 12 wins coming by way of knockout. WBO Intercontinental and WBA International Heavyweight Championships. Moses Itauma.
The boxing world is buzzing as Moses Itauma steps into the ring against Franklin in what could be the most electrifying fight of 2026. Two rising stars, both hungry for glory, are about to face off in a battle where one punch could change everything. Itama, known for his relentless power and aggressive style, is pitted against Franklin, a technical genius with lightning-fast reflexes and calculated precision. Fans are already debating who has the edge, but one thing is certain. Neither fighter will give an inch. Tonight, boxing history could witness the birth of a true superstar. Moses Itauma versus Franklin isn't just another fight. It's a high-stakes clash of style, skill, and ambition. Itama has built a reputation for crushing opponents with sheer force, breaking defenses, and finishing fights early, while Franklin relies on intelligence, movement, and perfect timing to outclass his opponents. Both fighters have trained relentlessly for this moment, knowing that a win could skyrocket their career to the elite level of boxing. Fans worldwide are eager to see who will dominate the ring, whose strategy will prevail, and who will make the first real statement of 2026 in boxing. Vision is on edge once again, and all eyes are fixed on Moses Itauma versus Jermaine Franklin, a high-risk clash that could shape boxing's next era. Itama, the unbeaten teenage sensation, is being pushed as a future heavyweight king, demolishing opponents with shocking speed and power. Standing in his way is Jermaine Franklin, a hardened veteran who has battled world-class heavyweights and refuses to be sacrificed for hype. This is more than youth versus experience. It's explosive talent colliding with survival, grit, and intelligence. One mistake, one clean shot, and everything changes. This fight answers a crucial question. Is Moses Itauma truly ready for boxing's elite? Moses Itauma steps into this fight surrounded by massive expectations, highlight reel knockouts, and comparisons to legendary heavyweights. At only 19 years old, his hand speed, timing, and killer instinct have already separated him from typical prospects. But Jermaine Franklin is no easy assignment. He's a seasoned heavyweight who has gone rounds with top contenders and understands how to neutralize raw aggression. This matchup represents one of boxing's oldest storylines, a fast-rising star against a dangerous veteran who knows how to test limits. With rankings, reputation, and future championship paths at stake, Itama versus Franklin is a pressure-filled heavyweight showdown fans worldwide are eager to witness, and ring intelligence. Itama enters the fight as one of boxing's most talked about young heavyweights, while Franklin looks to spoil the hype by using his veteran savvy. The stakes are high as both fighters chase relevance in a competitive heavyweight division. Moses Itauma comes into this fight with a perfect professional record of 13 wins, 0 losses, and 0 draws, with an impressive 11 victories coming by stoppage. At just 20 years old, Itama has already built a reputation for explosive power, aggressive pressure, and a calm presence inside the ring. His ability to finish fights early has separated him from most prospects at this stage of his career, making every appearance a must-watch event for boxing fans and analysts alike. Jermaine Franklin steps into the ring with a solid and respectable record of 24 wins, 2 losses, and no draws, including 15 victories by knockout. Unlike Itama, Franklin has been tested across long fights and difficult situations, gaining valuable experience against durable opposition. His resume reflects a fighter who understands pacing, defense, and survival at the heavyweight level. Franklin's challenge will be converting that experience into effective resistance against a younger, faster, and more powerful opponent. Statistically, Moses Itauma holds a clear power advantage heading into this contest, with an impressive strike percentage of 85% compared to Franklin's 63%. These numbers highlight Itama's accuracy, timing, and finishing instincts. Franklin, while less explosive, relies more on volume, durability, and ring positioning. Power alone does not guarantee victory, but in the heavyweight division, efficiency and punch placement often decide outcomes. And this is an area where Itama clearly excels over his opponent. Physical attributes further favor the British prospect. Moses Itauma is 12 years younger than Jermaine Franklin, standing at just 20 years old. He also enjoys a 4-inch height advantage and a 2-inch reach advantage, giving him the ability to control distance and dictate exchanges. These physical tools, combined with his southpaw stance, present Franklin with a difficult puzzle to solve. Southpaw heavyweights with speed and power are rare, and Franklin must adjust quickly to avoid early danger. Stylistically, the contrast is clear. Moses Itauma fights from a southpaw stance, using sharp angles, explosive entries, and heavy left-hand power. Jermaine Franklin operates from an orthodox stance, relying on fundamental boxing skills, defensive awareness, and counterpunching. Franklin's task will be to slow the pace, survive early rounds, and extend the fight into deeper territory. Itama, on the other hand, will look to impose himself early and turn physical advantages into decisive moments. Experience is one of the few areas where Franklin holds a major advantage. Itama has 13 fewer professional fights and has competed in only 26 professional rounds compared to Franklin's extensive 149 rounds. Franklin turned professional in 2015, nearly 2 years before Itama's debut in 2017. That difference represents countless rounds of learning, adapting, and surviving adversity. The key question is whether Franklin's experience can offset Itama's youth, power, and athletic dominance on fight night. Despite his limited professional experience, Moses Itauma has climbed the heavyweight rankings at a remarkable pace. Entering this fight, he is ranked number 1 by the WBA, number 1 by the WB, number 4 by the WBC, number 11 by the IBF, and 9th by the Ring. These rankings reflect the industry's belief in his potential and future championship prospects. Franklin, while respected, enters as the underdog, facing a fighter viewed as a future world title contender. Momentum heavily favors Itama, who remains undefeated and has stopped his last 5 opponents. His recent performances show a fighter growing in confidence, efficiency, and composure. In his most recent bout on August 16, 2025, Itama demolished Dan White via first-round technical knockout at the ANB Arena in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. The victory reinforced his reputation as a fast starter with dangerous finishing instincts, capable of ending fights before opponents find rhythm or stability. Before that dominant performance, Itama continued his knockout streak against credible opposition. He stopped Mike Balogun via second-round technical knockout on May 24, 2025, at the SSE Hydro in Great Britain. Earlier, he dismantled Demsey Mekan with a first-round TKO on December 21, 2024. At Kingdom Arena in Riyadh. These wins demonstrate consistency across different venues and opponents, showing that Itama's power translates regardless of environment or pressure. Further back, Moses Itauma delivered decisive victories against experienced heavyweights, stopping Mariusz Wach in the second round on July 27, 2024. At the O2 Arena in London. He also finished Michael Bolos with a first-round technical knockout on December 1, 2023, at York Hall in Bethnal Green. These performances highlight Itama's ability to break down seasoned fighters efficiently, a sign that his development is accelerating faster than most heavyweights his age. Jermaine Franklin's recent form has been more mixed, though still respectable. He has won 3 of his last 5 fights, stopping one opponent and going the distance twice. In his most recent bout, Franklin earned a unanimous decision victory over Ivan Dichko on September 13, 2025. In a 10-round contest in Las Vegas. The win showcased Franklin's durability and ability to manage long fights, attribute that could prove vital if he survives the early rounds against Itama. Prior to that, Franklin secured a 6th-round technical knockout against Devin Vargas on May 23, 2024, in Detroit, displaying moments of offensive effectiveness. He also claimed a unanimous decision victory over Isaac Munoz on July 15, 2023, in another 10-round bout. These results confirm Franklin's toughness and conditioning, but they also reveal a pattern of extended fights rather than explosive finishes. Against Itama, time may not be a luxury he can rely on. The key narrative entering this fight centers on whether experience can withstand raw talent and momentum. Franklin's path to victory requires discipline, survival, and patience, hoping to exploit any mistakes made by the young prospect. Itama's strategy is far simpler but equally dangerous. Apply pressure early, capitalize on power advantages, and prevent Franklin from settling into a rhythm. Heavyweight boxing often rewards the fighter who controls the opening exchanges, and Itama has made a career of doing exactly that. As fight night approaches, expectations remain high for Moses Itauma to continue his rapid rise in the heavyweight division, while Jermaine Franklin brings experience, durability, and professionalism. The physical advantages, power statistics, and recent knockout streak heavily favor. Once the opening bell sounds, excuses disappear and reality takes over. If Moses Itauma scores another devastating finish, his rise toward heavyweight superstardom will accelerate instantly. But if Jermaine Franklin survives the early storm, drags Itama into deep rounds, or pulls off a shocking upset, the narrative around this young phenom could change overnight. This fight is about momentum, credibility, and long-term legacy in boxing's most dangerous division. Fans live for nights like this, when hype collides with experience and true greatness is tested under fire. No matter the result, Moses Itauma versus Jermaine Franklin is a pivotal heavyweight battle that could reshape the future of the division. When the final bell rings, only one fighter will walk out victorious, but the impact of this fight will resonate far beyond tonight. Will Moses Itauma's raw power and aggression finally overwhelm Franklin's precision and ring IQ, or will Franklin prove that brains and technique can outmatch sheer force? Every punch, every dodge, and every combination tells a story of determination, preparation, and heart. Boxing fans will be dissecting this fight for months to come, analyzing every moment. Comment below who you think truly dominated, hit like if you love epic matchups, and subscribe for the latest in-depth boxing breakdowns.